I am good, Christy. How are you?
Good. I have to apologize for our technical issues last week. That was all me. Um, I'm sorry. Verizon was out, and then you know how awesome my internet is up here, so it just wasn't going to happen.
I do know how awesome your internet is. I've made a few phone calls for you.
Yes. Would you like to call and yell at them again for me?
Yes, I would be happy to.
No. If I could figure out how to keep these quiet and like out of my way, I could try plugging the Ethernet directly in, and I might get better signal. But that just sounds like a lot of work, and it's nice to just be in a nice quiet room. So I think this is working okay as long as Verizon doesn't crap out.
Well, one can hope.
Okay. Well, before we start getting into anything too much, go ahead and shoot out the warning for me.
This one is going to be a lighter topic, so probably not a whole lot of cussing, but you never know. We may or may not drop some bombs.
We've been known to drop a bomb or two.
It's just the way we are. So, and
So,
if you don't know that about us by now, I question you.
then why are you even here? I mean, so before we did pick a lighthearted topic. There was a suggestion that we cover gun control. I know for myself, I'm sick and tired of having the same conversation over and over again with nothing happening. So I opted not to discuss that on the podcast. How do you feel about that decision there, Bobbie?
I am pretty much in agreement. I'm still just as pissed off as any other mass shooting. I'm still just as pissed off that people would rather have guns than save a life. Like it still blows my mind that that's actually up for debate. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. But like you, I mean, Columbine happened almost 22 years ago, and we're still going through this shit. So I am tired of talking about it too. I'm still gonna, protest and fight the good fight, but I'm just tired of talking about it.
It just seems it's the same thing over and there's nothing we could say that hasn't been said. So it seemed like a dead in the water idea for me. But on that topic, let's talk a little current event news. There's an awful lot going on. Have you been keeping up with the Chauvin trial at all? Officer Chauvin. I usually hear Chauvin. I've heard Chauvin. I'm going with Chauvin.
He's a chauvinistic bastard.
That's how I remember it. Like, oh, Chauvin, like a chauvinist. Okay, got it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I can't say that I'm following it super closely. I do see the headlines and things like that every night, and it sounds like the prosecution is kicking his ass, which I just love. I don't know if Minnesota has the death penalty, but fry, motherfucker. No, I don't care. That might be going too far, but I hope he sits and rots in jail. Like
he deserves. I too am not, like, I've been listening to a lot of NPR, or also the Colorado version of NPR, CPR. So I'm catching little tidbits. I have to confess, I didn't originally watch the video of George Floyd being murdered. So the clips I'm catching now, like I was at work today listening to an update from, actually that was from the Daily podcast. And they played a clip of the video that I had avoided listening to. And yeah, sure enough, I freaking broke out in tears in the middle of work. But I work in my own little office. Nobody bothers me. So I was able to cry by myself. So it's been extremely emotional. I know for a lot of people, they are not paying attention to it just because it is so triggering. I thought it particularly interesting. They were talking about all the PTSD, a lot of people, the witnesses who felt like they could have done more. Obviously all the people who saw the video happen. So it's just a traumatic incident all around. And I really hope that we can get the right outcome out of this one.
Yeah, for sure. I've only seen the clips that are like posted on the news sites kind of thing. Like I know I would be curled up in the fetal position if I watched the whole thing. And I mean,
Mhm.
that's the kind of reaction that you should have. So maybe I should watch it, but it's extremely difficult for me to do that. Um, Knowing that I probably should. Um, and yeah, I was having a discussion the other day about like, well, what if he gets off? Like, what if he, it was with my mom actually just the other day, and she was like, God, what if he goes free? Like, what if it doesn't work? And I was like, the riots are going to be nuts. Like, I mean, protesting, yeah, great, but it's not going to be a peaceful thing because it was caught on tape for, you know, almost
The
10
whole
minutes,
world to see. Mhm.
the whole world to see. Like it's not. So I'm just keeping optimistic about it in that the right outcome will happen because how can it not?
Well, I mean, they even had one of like the top guys, like his former police chief,
Mm-hmm.
spoke out against him, which is really unusual in these trials.
Yeah.
And he even said, this is not protocol. He did not follow procedures. He's supposed to de-escalate. This was
Mm-hmm.
clearly not de-escalation. And
Right.
so for the defense, their greatest strategy so far is that the crowd of witnesses yelling at Chauvin to get off of George Floyd's neck was stressing him out. And so he could not do his job. If that's his best defense, how in the hell could this possibly go the wrong way?
And seriously, and I said this to, I don't know who, probably at least my mom, but if you can have your hand in your pocket while you're kneeling on somebody's neck, it's clearly not that situation where you need to be kneeling on somebody's neck. If you're relaxed enough to have your hand in your pocket, that's not what you should be doing in any universe. So, come on. I mean, like, something needs to go right for the Black community, right? At some point, something needs to go right for them and
Yeah.
for all of society, to be honest, because what were you going to say?
We picked a lighthearted topic and we got dark pretty quick. So I was going to try to steer us back around. Real quick, have you been paying attention at all to Biden's infrastructure plan?
I have not. No, I have not. Mm-mm.
So far, the only real argument is what actually defines infrastructure. So you're not missing a whole lot. Joe Manchin's holding the Democratic Party hostage again with his demands. I believe Kristen Sinema's out there making some similar demands. That's fine that you want to work with the Republicans, but as the guys in the pod said today, like, okay, then you go out and find 10 Republicans to vote for a bill that you're willing to pass. Crickets? Okay, that's the point. So yeah, I mean, it's obviously still at the very beginning stages. It could be really great. Even I kind of question whether or not some of it's really infrastructure like daycare. Like I get how obviously infrastructure is more than just the highway getting to the different buildings. You need to have a strong support system in order to build up and grow a community, but they might be stretching some of it. But as they always say, ask for everything so that when you compromise and come back, you're still getting a lot. So I see where they're going. It's fine.
And I mean, honestly, we've needed infrastructure for God ever. Like our highways are falling apart. Like we still have slow rail systems and yeah.
Oh no, and they have some bridges even here in Colorado that are rated at like a C, meaning they can fall apart any day.
I've driven under some and I'm like,
there's an overpass when you're on 6th Avenue going west and you get onto I-70. There's an overpass that has given me anxiety probably my entire adult life, and I have no idea why. And I just feel like that sucker's going to come crumbling down one day.
It is the off ramp from 6th to 70. It's because the it's not it's
It's
cracked
like it's
and
at an angle and it's cracked, and it's just like it just seems like it's a place where people aren't paying attention to the bridge, and it gives
well, the
me
curve
anxiety.
is like on purpose, but the
Yeah, it's
cracks
just a
and the
combination of all of it.
unevenness is not on
And if
purpose.
it, oh God forbid, it's like snowy and icy, I don't care how many people are behind me. I will go 10 miles an hour on that little. Like, deal with it when we get to the acceleration lane. I'll pick up.
But
Okay,
not
well,
1 second before.
yeah, no, you can deal with it. Bobby, today we're going to talk
Yes.
about some of our favorite underrated movies, which I think we specialize at, if you want my opinion. Will you please tell our friends and family what we, the Potter sisters, the Potter girls, what we mean by underrated?
One that isn't as popular or doesn't get as much attention. Like everyone knows the Marvel movies. Everybody has opinions about the Marvel movies, but does anybody know anything about House Bunny?
I
You
know
know,
a couple of people.
I know a couple people too, but small circle.
I definitely feel like it's any movie that if you find someone else who likes it, you're excited because it's kind of a rare find.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, no way you watched that movie too. I love that movie. So
Mhm.
we're going to use that as our definition today. Bobby, why don't you start with the first one on our list?
Oh, shoot. I don't even have my thing up. What's the first one on our list? Hold on.
First one on our list is 27 Dresses. You're so bad at this. That's okay. I'll do
I
everything.
closed it. I closed it. I was like, I don't need a list. I know all the movies.
This is why Dave announces my name first, because I'm the one holding all the weight here.
Oh, wait. What is what? Oh, it's another one. 27 dresses. 27 dresses. Yes. Did we see that we didn't see that in the theater, did we?
Yes, we did. Because didn't we? I don't know. See, okay, don't ask me those questions. That's going to be too hard. Tell us who's in the movie, a brief synopsis, and then we'll talk about some of our favorite lines of that one, because there's some good ones.
There's so many. So James Marsden and Katherine Heigl, and then the chick who's in everything, right? Can't think of her name right now. Anyway, those are the two main actors. And Katherine Heigl, her shtick in the movie is that she's been a bridesmaid 27 times and she's kept all of her dresses. So, and then James Marsden is a reporter who's trying to report on something that'll give him his big break. So then he starts this, not an expose, but starts writing about the bridesmaid with 27 dresses, and goes south pretty quickly. But damn, it's entertaining.
Surprise, surprise, it's a rom-com, and they do end up falling in love at the end.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. It's been out for a while. If you haven't seen it yet, it's a rom-com. They always end up together.
And if you haven't seen it yet, why?
Because it's underrated. They need our recommendation, and that's what they're here for, Bobby.
Oh, that's true.
So I'd have to say one of my favorites is the hydroplaning scene.
We've used that a time or two when we've driven in the rain.
We're not gonna hydroplane.
Oh my God, we're hydroplaning! Ah! And then she runs into a tree.
And this is George's rooster umbrella holder.
It's going to be used to hold all of George's rooster umbrellas.
We use that one a lot. And this is George's rooster umbrella holder.
That'll hold all of George's umbrellas till the end of time, or something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. It's got one of the, okay. There's karaoke, bar scenes in a lot of movies, but I say they definitely executed this one well. Oh, yeah. They are drunk in a bar in a town after they crashed their car from hydroplaning. Mm-hmm. And Benny and the Jets comes on in the bar. and this is absolutely something I would do. I am notoriously known for messing up song lyrics.
Yeah, you are.
And it's funny because she calls it electric boobs instead of electric boots. And it's a really fun scene.
And what does he call it? So like it's a mohair suit, but what do they call it? They don't call it a mohair suit. They call it something else.
Not like a mole hair suit.
It might be mole hair. It must be
Electric
mole hair.
boobs.
Mole hair? Mole hair?
Mole hair?
And James Marsden, if you're not familiar with James Marsden, he's a treat and a half. And he chews on a straw, and there's just something that really works for me with that.
Yeah, I think he's a really underrated actor. He's been in a lot of really good stuff. He was in the X-Men movies. He was Cyclops. No, I think James Marsden's always been one of those go-to, like, if he's in a movie, I'll probably see it. Like, oh, he was in Sonic. I thought he did a wonderful job in Sonic.
Oh, yeah. No, he was great in Sonic. Yeah.
And then opposite from that, I'm actually not a huge Katherine Heigl fan, but I really like this movie.
Same.
Okay, one of our next ones. And this is why it came up on the list, is I was at work with my cousin Sarah. And one day we're just talking about, cute boys in Hollywood. And then she goes, oh my God, have you ever seen This Means War? And I'm like, have I ever seen This Means War? Yes, I have seen This Means War. Bobbie, tell us about This Means War.
So this has only ever happened to me with one other person. We were sitting in the theater and we were watching it, and there's this one scene with a paintball gun fight, and it's a funny scene. It's a funny scene, and it's Tom Hardy, and I love Tom Hardy.
Funny.
Oh my God, it's a great scene. And Christy was dying. Like, she was laughing so hard. And it's a really, like, it is a funny scene, but she hasn't laughed that hard in a long time. And she laughed for so long and so hard that the people behind us were laughing at her. And that's only ever happened in a movie theater with my father. Everybody only.
Your dad has a very unique laugh.
That's true. And, he has a hard time stopping when something is funny. So he just keeps going and going and going, and it triggers other people.
God,
so
it did. Like, the movie's great, but that scene just tickled my funny bone just perfect that night. I was like, I don't know, in a good mood. I was probably like halfway through a large Coke, and it just, like, the whole movie you get to enjoy looking at Tom Hardy and Chris Pine, which is no small thing to blink at. Reese Witherspoon's in it. She's always fantastic. I think she's adorable. They, without too many spoilers, end up kind of fighting over her. And they're spies, and they're supposed to be best friends, but of course the girl's gonna kind of tear them apart. It's just, I just love it. Yeah, the paintball scene, like, it is one of those, like, scenes I can stop what I'm doing, just watch that scene and still get a giggle out of it. Obviously not like the first time. It's never like the first time.
Well, that's like my dad in Christmas Vacation with the sledding scene. He loses it every damn time. Like, he'll still probably lose his heart every time. I
think his son probably always does the same thing too, for being honest.
That wouldn't surprise me.
So yes, I highly recommend This Means War. Just those two men are just beautiful in that movie too. If you just need something pretty to look at.
Oh my God. And at one point,
am I wrong?
No, God, no. And it was so funny, like, hearing other people laugh at you because you were laughing. And I think I even said at one point, Christy, oh my God, they're laughing at you. And she was just like, I don't care. And just kept laughing. It was hysterical. It was so funny.
Is this Sade? Did you play Sade?
And then Reese Witherspoon dances to This Is How We Do It.
This is how we do it.
And she does the rap in the kitchen. And I'm like, yeah, Reese, yeah. Go on, you little white girl. Because
like, literally a scene out of my life. Getting the popcorn, singing along to it, thinking nobody's watching, people are watching. It was awesome. Okay. Next up on the list, we have The House Bunny. Bobbie,
We
tell us
did see
about The
this one
House
in the
Bunny.
theater.
I definitely saw this in the theater.
We definitely saw this in the theater. This was one of our date night movies where we were standing in the theater going, what should we watch? Well, we've seen everything else. House Bunny?
Like, okay,
Okay.
it looked kind of cute.
It looks cute. And we were totally like that, like, House Bunny, but okay, it's our thing. We do movies on Tuesdays. Okay, all right, House Bunny. And oh my God, was it fantastic. We still quote that movie left and right. Anna got, no, I was just going to say Anna Gasteyer. Anna,
Ferris.
thank you. Ferris Wheel was, she is a former house bunny for Playboy, and she is informed that she is too old to be a house bunny, so she's kicked out of the mansion.
Because like, isn't she turning like 25 or something?
Something, yeah, it was something stupid. And so she's like, I have to find something to do. And I don't remember how she stumbles upon these sorority girls and was like, I'll be your house mom, and turns into a whole thing. And these are your stereotypical nerd girls who just need a glam up, which is kind of a trope.
Oh yeah, no, there's feministically problems with the movie, but we're gonna gloss over that for now.
For sure. But it's so flippin' funny. Like, Anna Faris does a really good, I mean, she plays a good ditzy blonde. Like, she
does. She's got her right comedic timing.
She really does. Yeah. And God, she's just hilarious. And then Emma Stone is in it. Scout Willis is in it. Who else? Beverly D'Angelo has a little
was there Kat Dennings?
Kat Dennings. Yeah. So it's got a really good cast.
Oh, it's got a Hanks in it. Colin Hanks.
Yeah, he's the love interest. That's right. And it's all of these guys, Emma Stone and Colin Hanks has been around for a while, but especially Emma Stone and Kat Dennings, like, this was like they're on their way up to big things. So hilarious movie. And
you get your classic makeover montage, and you get your fun like makeover reveal scene. Like, it's like the soundtrack is on point, the comedy's on point. You get some great actors right before they hit it too big. Yeah, because definitely Emma Stone was definitely still pretty new for sure. Kat Dennings, I'm feeling, had something else going on already, but
was that I feel like it was before. I may have to research, like, Google it here real quick, but I feel like even that was before Nick and Nora.
Ooh, interesting. Or right around the same time. What are some of our favorite lines?
So she starts out the story as like a fairy tale book, and she goes, and I'm drawing a blank right now on what the fairy tale that she compared it
to.
Cinderella. That's right. Duh. And she goes, these two stories are exactly the same, only vastly different.
And then she does not catch a lot of like common phrases. Like, a couple times some of the other characters will say, oh, a little birdie told me. And she finally goes, I've got to meet this freaking bird. And then when she's trying to be smart, like, she puts on her glasses and she can't see anything, so she's running into things. Bobbie, what does she order at the restaurant?
It's making me chuckle. So she orders the mahi mahi, but can she only have one mahi because she's not that hungry? Which
Bobbie literally used this line at my birthday dinner at Bonefish. I was gonna say it was my 30th. It was not my 30th.
It was not your 30th. No,
I was younger than that.
Yeah,
like that must have been more like 28 or something. But
I think it was 28. Yeah.
Bobbie busted that out with a real waiter at a real restaurant. That person clearly had not seen the movie because they were so confused.
Yeah. She was like, And I was like, it's a line from a movie, never mind.
You're like, and I'm sure I was 10 Shades of Red.
Which, Christy, you should know. I do shit like that all the time. I don't know why you were surprised.
I've learned now. Again, that was probably at least 10 years ago. So chalk it up to experience.
And another thing that she does, hold on, before we move on to the next one of my favorite things that she does is when she's meeting somebody new and she's finding out what their name is. she always goes, hi, my name is, what is her name? Fuck, what is Anna? And she goes, hi, my name is Anna, and you are? Hi, Christy. And she like does a deep voice. And
it's how she learns people's names.
Yeah. And so, of course, every person that she meets, and she does that too, go look, hi, like, okay. But it's hilarious every single time.
And it's got like a happy ending, and it's chef's kiss. I'm going to skip the one we have a question mark on and come back to it and just keep going with our definite underrated. Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. I'm sensing a theme with all of our underrated movies.
As I was typing this up, I too had the same.
It's a lot of like rom-coms on the list.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to do like a deep dive, like serious movie next go round. We'll stick to our comedies this time.
I'm sure there's, yeah, that's fine. But so Ghosts of Girlfriends Past is Matthew McConaughey and Jennifer Garner. I'm like, Jennifer Garner. And they were, well, she always had a crush on him, and they dated briefly in like middle school, high school.
Yeah, there's like that 8th grade party where things changed.
Yeah, and he was always a player. Like, he became a player, and Michael Douglas is his
bad influence uncle.
Yeah, who later becomes his fairy godfather in this Christmas Carol kind of.
Yeah, definitely a spoof off the Christmas Carol. Ghosts, ghosts. You have the ghosts from the past, the present, and the future.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And it's just funny. And I love Michael Douglas, and the fact that he was the player uncle that, was his not so great guide in life. I just find hysterical. So
just so cheesy.
So cheesy. And the girl, so Jennifer Garner's character, when they do flashback scenes, is the girl who played her younger self in 13 Going on 30 as well. So I love that they kept that together, because they really do have like a super strong resemblance.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But thinking about this movie, we enjoy it. I love watching it. I don't know that we use a whole lot of lines from this movie, though.
There's one in particular, and it's when he's like,
"Shut up, you whiny bitches."
That one, yes, there's that one.
No, it's
so there's two then.
You whiny bitches.
There's two then, because there's that one, and then and then there's another one where he like is falling back into like all of the chicks that he's dated and had sex with, and one of them turns out to be transgender, and so like it's a chick, but then he's like, hi Steve, and then like it's like haunting his memory and things like that. So it's really funny. But yeah, shut up, you whiny bitches.
Yeah, I think that's one of those infamous lines that we actually got wrong in our head, because the line we quote is when last time I saw the movie is like, oh, that's not what we say, but we keep saying it the wrong way because that's the way we like it. Shut up, you whiny bitches. And a very friendly, this was a character who was being very nice, but anyway, recommend that movie. Jennifer Garner is always delightful. I think Matthew McConaughey's okay. I like him in this movie. It just works. I don't know what about it just works. It just works.
Yeah. And I don't know what it is about him. I don't think he's like the greatest actor in the world, but I do enjoy him in certain things. He's got a
Yeah,
very he's got a shtick about him. You know what I mean? Like it's the same thing.
yeah.
And to be fair, I haven't seen the Dallas Buyers Club. That could be completely different, but
Well, oh no, I hear like some of his more serious movies, he's definitely a fantastic actor. You have to like separate the rom-com early acting career movies from his newer stuff because he's definitely a very respected actor these days. But
oh yeah,
this movie is before all that, so this was still kind of like the shirtless bongo playing Matthew McConaughey.
he wasn't just shirtless, Christy. He was naked.
That was naked bongo playing Matthew McConaughey. Yeah. My apologies.
Yeah, he was flapping in the wind and everything. Yeah,
flapping in the wind and everything. Fantastic. Bobbie.
You're welcome. Yes.
Music and lyrics.
You want to see the roof? It's upstairs.
You look angry. Click your pen. So tell us about it. Who's in it?
It is Drew Barrymore and Hugh Grant, and also Kristen Johnston. Right? Is it Johnson or Johnston? It's Johnston, right?
Oh, I don't know well enough. Sorry.
The chick from Third Rock from the Sun. I think it's Johnston. Anyway, so Drew Barrymore and Kristen Johnston are like lifetime BFFs, right? And Hugh Grant is this former pop singer, used to be in a group like Wham. And
yeah, he did.
And he sings and he dances.
He sings and dances in pleather, I believe. I think there's a lot of pleather.
And a white pants, a la Wham, George Michael. Yeah.
Yes, just that perfect. Yes. Okay, continue.
Quintessential 80s for sure. So I honestly don't remember like how they get together. It's been so long since I've seen it, but I love the movie so much. And so Kristen Johnston, her character is like, Gary, I'm going out, when she finds out that Drew Barrymore is like writing a song with Hugh Grant. And she like freaks out. Gary, I'm going out. Runs and picks up her purses, stumbles out, putting on her coat. And it's, yeah, classic.
I have a couple of friends that would do that for like New Kids on the Block. I can think of a very specific person right now who would have that kind of reaction.
But yeah, who is the singer that says, "Do you want to see the roof? It's upstairs." Isn't
it Anna Faris?
No, it's like a real
she's
singer.
A pop singer in another. No, she's a pop singer in a Ryan Reynolds. It was supposed to be like a Shakira type character, but it's not Shakira. It's an actress, isn't it?
I thought it was
I
thought it was a singer like being, satirical, but I could be wrong. It could be an actress playing a ditzy musician.
See, and here I was like, oh, we don't need to do any research for this episode. Hold on, I'm going to look it up because that's going to bother me. But why do we like this movie? Tell me.
So many fun lines like, want to see the roof? It's upstairs. We use that all the time.
2007.
Yeah. And then I actually click my pen a lot. When I have a clicking pen, I click my pen a lot.
Okay, you were right. It is Johnston.
Okay.
And it's an actress named Haley Bennett who plays the pop singer.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is, but she did a really good job playing a ditzy singer.
You want to see the roof? It's upstairs.
And there's been a few times where Christy's been like seeing me frustrated and she'll hand me a pen.
You like angry, click your pen. Well, you can't go wrong with a Hugh Grant rom-com. Drew Barrymore is always a delight.
Notting Hill. Who doesn't love Notting Hill? That's not an underrated one, I don't think. I know a lot.
No, it's not on the list because it's not an underrated movie.
But I'm saying, you said Hugh Grant in a rom-com. I'm taking it. I'm Notting Hill.
Yeah, to name a few. Yeah, no, highly recommend that one. Let's see. I think we had one more on our list. You put Emperor's New Groove. You're solo on that one. I go for it.
I think it's terrible that you don't enjoy that movie. It is terrible. It is a classic. It's got so many good lines in it. How could you not like it? Like, serious question. How could you not like it? It has a lot of good lines in it.
You know, I've only seen it like 1 or 2 times. Maybe I wasn't in the mood. And I don't think you're wrong. There's a creator I follow on TikTok who has a very large following. He does movies, and it's one of his favorite animated movies. That came up and I immediately thought of you. So you're not alone. It's definitely got a cult following. It's definitely considered an underrated movie. I just am particularly just not in the boat with you on that.
Do you typically go, like, is your Disney movie, like, does it have to be a princess and like Cinderella, Little Mermaid?
No, I mean, all my favorite ones have princesses in them, but it doesn't mean that it has to be. Like, Finding Nemo is a Disney Pixar movie. There's no princess.
That's true.
And I'm trying to think like of older ones. Like, maybe it's just I was at the wrong age when it came out, and then by the time you watch it, you're too old to really, like, it could just be one of those that has to catch you at the right time. Because a lot of people feel that way about the Goofy movie, and I don't much care for that one either.
I actually don't care for the Goofy movie either. Although I do like the Leaning Tower of Cheese.
The Leaning Tower of Cheese, Polly Shore.
Yeah. But like, I have fond memories associated with Emperor's New Groove too. My dad and I went and saw it in the theater at oh shoot, what's the name of that place? It's not open anymore. But it was
theater?
Huh? What?
Is it a movie theater?
It is, yes. But it's also a movie theater that serves food. And it was a dollar store. It was a dollar theater back then.
Was that Cinema Grill?
Yes. Ding ding. There you go, Christy. Thank you. He and I went and saw it at the Cinema Grill. And, you know, like you said, my dad has a very distinguishable laugh. And there were times that we were just both laughing hysterically. And
oh my God. You remember that game night at Charlie and Kirsty's house?
Oh my God. It was at least.
We were playing it like a board game, and your dad started laughing, and then Mike started laughing at your dad, and then your dad started laughing at Mike, and the two of them, like red face, can't breathe, laughing like more than I've seen a lot of people laugh before, and that went on, Bobbie.
There are pictures.
So, no, I know all about
there is photographic evidence that lasted for longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'll have to post that on our Facebook page.
Because there's a clock on the wall, and my Aunt Sherry was taking pictures of everybody laughing hysterically. Everybody. Because once my dad starts and he doesn't stop, soon everybody will just be laughing along. And so she, like, and it took her a minute to like start taking pictures, because she was having a conversation with my mom and my Uncle Bob. And like, when she realized that this has been going on for a minute and now everybody's laughing,
we're gonna have to document this for future reference. We're gonna have to document
this. And it photographic evidence literally went on for over 5 minutes. It was just a loop.
Wow.
When Mike or my dad would start to calm down, one of them would rev the other one back up, and it would just keep going and going and going. I didn't need to do an ab workout because my stomach hurt from laughing so hard.
Like, we've had a couple of those, but I don't think even any of our good ones have lasted that long.
No. That's like, literally the only one in my entire life.
Our competing book lines was that New Year's. Like, we laughed pretty good for that one, but like even that was like off and on for like 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, and it wasn't straight. And then there was the Grinch, the baby Grinch picture. That was
I'll put
also
another
one.
picture for our Facebook page.
That was also another one where we were laughing pretty good, especially me,
Yeah.
because I was like, should I be offended? Nah, it's too damn funny. I'm not
Was it
offended.
at the same night?
No, I don't think it
Like
was.
there's bubbling rosé involved in one of those.
Both, I think, but different nights.
Um,
Yeah.
the last movie on our list, you put question marks, probably because we're not sure if it's underrated. I know a lot of people that like this
Mhm.
movie, but I would still say it's underrated because it's definitely still a very niche group of people,
Mhm.
and that is 13 going on 30. And I realize now we have two Jennifer Garner movies.
On this list,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. So tell us about 13 going on 30.
Jennifer Garner, well, actually, young Jennifer Garner is 13 in the 80s, and she just wants to skip puberty, like, didn't we all? And she wanted to be 30, flirty, and thriving. So
30,
she,
flirty, and thriving.
so she, has this, she makes this wish, kind of like uh, Freaky Friday, kind of. And then like there's magic dust that's sprinkled on her, and then boom, she wakes up and she's 30, and she has no idea where she is. She's in her apartment as a big magazine
Mm-hmm.
editor, and yeah, it's just her finding her way and finding out how much she changed from 13 to 30, and does she like that person or does she not like that person, and what is she going to do about it. It also has Mark Ruffalo, um, and Judy Greer, who is also in 27 Dresses. She's the chick that I said is in everything, because if you look in all the rom-coms, she's always the best friend, she's always the sister, she's always one of those characters. um so yeah, and I just love that movie so much, and we did see this in the theater.
Yeah, I believe in that. And I just read an article just like recently. Jennifer Garner was doing an interview, and she said Mark Ruffalo almost quit the movie when they were doing the dance scene, the Thriller dance scene,
The Thriller,
because Jennifer Garner and Judy Greer had a dance background, and Mark
she's
Ruffalo didn't
ballet.
know that.
Yeah.
And like, so he was struggling with the little dance, and like, he was so frustrated he wanted to quit. And Jennifer Garner had to beg him not to quit the movie over that.
That's
But like,
adorable.
literally, that article came out like last week or the week before. So it's definitely still on a lot of people's plates. Mark Ruffalo is adorable in that movie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And he
so many good lines.
They did a movie together recently. They just finished filming it. It has Ryan Reynolds in it. I'm super excited about this movie. I don't know anything about it other than the fact that it has Ryan Reynolds, Jennifer Garner, and Mark Ruffalo. I don't think I really need anything more than that. But anyway, I follow Jennifer Garner on Instagram, and she posted this adorable picture with Mark Ruffalo and said that it was good to work with him again. And I think she even asked for some razzles. So yeah, it was adorable.
But no, when she every time I hear Thriller, I go,
Maddie, it's Thriller.
It's Thriller.
Yeah,
Maddie.
I do that too. In fact, I sent I know, because of your reaction that you sent to me, I know you didn't appreciate it as much as I did, but I sent you a picture of a little girl going down a slide, and she had some makeup on, and she looked like one of the zombies from Thriller. And I was like, Maddie, it's Thriller. And you were like, great.
Huh?
That face. I could tell. I wasn't even looking at her. It was all through Instagram, and yet I knew. Damn you, Christy Potter. That's right. That's right.
I'll have a pina colada, non-virgin.
And then there's this one song that Christy and I love. It's also that one, but Tainted Love.
Oh.
And we had been like, this was pre like iTunes, when you could download everything. I mean, it was like right on the cusp of that, but we were like searching for the CD people of 13 going on, where we were just looking for a CD that had Tainted Love on it. And honest to God, one day we were sitting down watching watching 13 Going on 30, and Christy slaps my leg and she goes, "Oh my God." And I'm like, what? And she goes, "Listen." And then I heard bump, bump. And I was like, son of a bitch. So Christy bought on CD the 13 Going on 30 soundtrack that night. Ordered it from Amazon, had it like a week later. We're old.
It's so weird the things you remember that I don't. I have no recollection of any of that happening.
It was at the house on Carriage. It was at the house on Carriage Road. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, thank you. I have no idea what you're
I believe it was snowing.
It totally sounds like something that happened to us. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't even remember ordering the soundtrack?
Battlefield.
Oh, I know.
Huh?
I know. Oh. That's why I said not that one. Another one. Tainted Love. But yes.
No recollection.
Really? You're not going to... Oh.
Hey.
Fuck you, Christy, making me look like a tool. Thank you.
I did it first.
Yeah, but when I did it, you looked at me like I was crazy.
Well, you froze. I was trying to look at you. Like, what? That's all it was. It was a bad freeze, man.
Makes more sense. Okay, thank you. Because I'm like, it's okay for you to do it, but not me.
You for the... No, I would never judge you for the Pat Benatar shake.
Yeah.
Anyway, so those are the list of underrated rom-coms apparently that we
should have like narrowed it. Like, it's not just underrated, it's underrated rom-coms. Yeah.
It's sad but true. It's okay. Well, before we head out, I'm very excited. I have my eye surgery next week. So actually being postponed last week works out better for us because then you don't have to find a co-host. So I'm very excited.
I almost had one and she was I had to work her up towards it, but you know.
Who was it?
Sean Keeney.
Ah, that would have been very cool. We'll have her on sometime just as a triple coast.
I'll have to work her up for it, but yes, we will do that. She's very shy. She's very shy.
It's okay. We'll get her drunk.
I can send her a couple bottles of Prosecco.
Like she's not going to accidentally spill like some big government secret if we do that, will she?
No. And believe me, I've tried. No,
I bet
not really.
All right. Well, we appreciate all 7 viewers. Well, I think our last video went to like 280 views. Like,
did it?
It's hard to catch us live. At least Dave gets to edit some of this out when it goes to Spotify.
Thank you, Dave, because I'm sure it's a little ridiculous sometimes.
Well, that's why we try to keep it under an hour so Dave doesn't have to hang himself going through the edit.
True.
But anyway, you guys can catch us on Facebook at the Potter Girls Podcast. You can email us at thepottergirlspodcast@gmail.com. I'm opening up my other thingies here. You can send us money via Venmo, or you can be my Aunt Betsy and send a check. Hi, Aunt Betsy. I haven't deposited the check yet. If you're on Venmo, you can send that money to @TruckiePacific303. You can also follow Truckee Pacific on Facebook. That's a good page. It covers all the shows. That's the production company. Looks like Mile High Podcast will be back on April 16th. They've had some amazing shows. Bobbie, do you ever catch the Mile High Podcast?
Yeah, occasionally.
Yeah, they did the concert one was a lot of fun. They have some big plans going on, I'm sure.
Nice.
Other than that, I think we
I'm
are done for the evening, Bobbie.
I'm going through the comments because I'm going through the comments now. And I love
Bad Llama, I take it that's from Emperor's New Groove.
Bad Llama. Yay, I'm a llama.
Bad Llama.
I enjoyed Bonnie's comment of misunderstood lyrics by Christy Potter.
Oh no. I was on a different video. I've got to see this. How bad is it?
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. And then Betsy has mentioned some of her favorite underrated movies. I have to say, Reckless People I've never heard of. So
Alexia Lanita likes the Goofy movie. Maybe we should watch it again. Maybe the kids would like it.
Yeah, why not? You'll be here. It could be a movie night.
Well, that is if I don't lose both my eyes in some botched.
That is not going to happen,
surgery.
Christy. Calm down. I'd be freaking out too. It's
They have to cut like here, and I'm gonna cry blood for a couple days. I already prepared Bobbie for that.
And thank you for preparing me for that, because honest to God, I may have shit my pants if I had seen you cry blood. I would have been like, oh my God, we need to take you to the hospital. Something is wrong.
Let's do a Madonna video. Wait, let's take a picture for the gram. Okay, let's go.
Is that like a prayer? Is that the one?
Yes.
Okay.
The Jesus statue cries in that one. He cries blood. And then the boys already know that we're getting DQ blizzards one night, so you're in charge of that.
Oh, you don't want to go to DQ with me?
The day of my surgery? No. I just want to be spoiled and eat the ice cream. All right, well, Dave, if you're listening, I think we're wrapping up, kiddo.
You did not just throw out the kiddo.
I'm here. I've been watching the whole time.
I got to see and hug my cousin David this week. It was wonderful.
Yay.
Yeah, it's so fun having you there. I appreciate you coming.
Oh, Dave.
I got my autographed copy of Caldera. Oh, I should have got yours for you, Bobbie. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Dave, I have a Starbucks question for you.
Sure.
The pistachio latte, is that coming back, or is that?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know. It's not coming back this year. It might be something that'll come back next year. Kind of like the springtime version or the late winter version of pumpkin spice or something. It's good. It'll come back. It was popular.
It was popular? Okay.
It was very popular. Have you tried the new brown sugar oat milk drink?
Christy, which one did I get? I got the honey oat milk, I think.
Yeah, that's gross. No,
right, you tried
the brown sugar one?
The brown sugar one's awesome, but it's going to be going away here soon because we sold so much oat milk that we cleaned out Oatly. And so I'm like telling trade secrets here. So Oatly can't produce enough oat milk to satisfy Starbucks. And so we are halting the sale of like oat milk for a little bit until we can get enough stock. And then we're going to relaunch oat milk. It's just so popular. We're doing like 2 million boxes a week or something like that.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Okay, well, since we're spilling coffee secrets, I have a question.
Welcome to Coffee Time with David Hawk. All right.
Oh, it's coffee time. It's coffee time.
Say again?
Almond milk is 0 points. I tried an almond milk caramel macchiato. I didn't like it. Can you recommend a good almond milk latte drink I might like?
The regular mocha works well with it because it kind of acts like a Mounds bar a little bit. You know, the best syrup is the white mocha, which is like the sweetest, most sugary syrup we have. So the sugar-free vanilla is always a good option. I like myself like plain and black, so I don't really like the syrups too much. So you just kind of have to play with it, you know, try the 2 different sugar-free syrups, try, an Irish cream syrup, try, a couple different things.
All right.
It's hard to say. People's tastes are different. Nobody has the same taste as somebody else. So If I
Well,
tell
you're
you
right.
so,
The white mocha syrup is amazing. That used to be my drink, was a white mocha.
yeah, that shit's so bad for
So
me.
with Weight Watchers, then I have to do points for the white mocha and the milk, where if I do almond milk, then splurging a little on the sugar is fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Christy. Can I
Bobbie,
mix the white chocolate and the regular chocolate? Make
what's that called again?
Black
hot
and white.
chocolate? Some people call it a
What
black
a
and white. Some
stupid
people,
question, jackass.
stupid question. Jackass. Not you, David. That's another one of our memories. Wow, we
You
are
had to be
really
there.
going crazy right now. I'm sorry, but
Put down the wine.
So
Okay,
is that-
Dave, we're done.
Yeah. All right. It was a pleasure being on with you, ladies. Have a good night.
good night.
You guys are funny. I think this is the episode where you guys, like, your real personality, like, really came out, like your, like, actual friendship and
We're
your.
still recording.
I know we're still recording, but you're not live.
Oh, okay.
Recording is okay. Live is what we don't want.
Oh, okay, good.
I
I was like, oh my God. I mean, thank you, but
I've done this before.
have you?
Dave, I do want to take that master class, but I didn't see a link.
Okay, I'll send it back to you.
Okay.
You just need to watch the first half because it's about, like, come up with what is your podcast really about. Like, it can be like, oh, it's a pop culture podcast. No, like, what is it all about? And then how do you grow your audience based on, drilling it down? So I'll find that link and I'll send it to you. It's a really good watch. The second half is kind of dumb because it's about, like, hiring personal assistants from, like, Taiwan or something like that, or Thailand.
Wow.
It was weird. Yeah, it goes in a weird direction, but the first half is real good. So, all right. Good job, guys. I'll get this put
Hey.
up in the next few days.
Thank you.
Good luck in your
Thank
surgery.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been a Truckee Pacific production. For sponsorship inquiries and comments, go to the Mile High Podcast at gmail.com.